Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla. So Volvo just revealed their new electric car, the C40 Recharged. But Volvo did more than just show a new car. They showed us the whole new road they will take to become fully climate neutral and become fully electric and end up with only online car sales. So many big moves from Volvo, so let's check them all out and let's dive right in. So Volvo announced that they will be 100% fully electric, not talking plug-in hybrids or any other kind of crap, no, fully BEV by 2030. So that is very good, and already by 2025 they are aiming for 50% BEVs. And it does sound good and much faster than Ford or Volkswagen or GM and so on, but we have to remember that Volvo is only making about 700,000 cars per year, so it is much easier for them to go fully electric than someone like the other three that I just mentioned, because they sell over 10 times more cars. So it will be more difficult for them to go electric. But Volvo is pushing as hard as they can, making some big moves, because all of their fully electric vehicle will only be sold online. So taking the Tesla approach here. So that is very cool, and they will include everything when you buy an EV, like insurance, maintenance, service and everything, and it will be in pre-configured packages with fixed prices to make it easier and fast to order, just like Tesla. Very nice. No longer 15 add-on pages and that is a big move from Volvo. And we also know that will mean that by 2030 Volvo will have no dealerships left as we know them today. So that is a big move from Volvo. Again, it's much easier for Volvo to do this because they are not a big car company. We have to remember, I do expect Tesla to make about 1 million cars this year, and Volvo is only making about 700,000 cars, so Tesla will be this year bigger than Volvo. Yes, after 2021, Tesla will no longer be the little car company. They will become one of the big boys. But getting back to Volvo here, they also said they will be fully climate neutral by 2040, taking their whole supply chain into the equation. So that is very cool, and they are really doing all they can to clean up the mess they have been part of. So that is really cool for them to come out and take responsibility like that.
We recognize that we have been part of creating this problem, right? And as such, we really have to be part of building solutions that take us to zero emission mobility.
And that's why we made sustainability such a central part of our strategy for the future.
Volvo has always been known for their safety, but as they say in this little commercial, what is the biggest safety test?
So, is this the ultimate safety test? Well, it depends whether you...
The ultimate safety test indeed. Climate change really is the biggest test we face as humanity.
Climate change is the biggest safety test. Nice little spin on that one, Volvo, well done. And I like them tearing down the gas station in the background while they're talking about their new EVs, showing what will happen in the future. And they do call the new C40 Recharged a totally new take on a Volvo. Except that it looks pretty much identical to the ICE version, the XC40, and the inside is also the same old look that they have had for years. The medium-sized screen in the middle surrounded by piano black plastic and big vents. So yeah, a bit boring. Nothing new and exciting here. Maybe that is exactly what they're going for, to make it easier for people to make the switch, but to me, that is already in the EV space, it is a little bit boring. I had hoped they would do more. They do say it comes with the best software operating system on the market. That is based on Google Android operating system, so I guess that is up for discussion if that is the best the market has to offer. I would definitely prefer the Tesla software operating system and a much bigger and better screen as well. I actually think it's a bit of a shame that Volvo's software is just going to be Android. So their software will not stand out from anyone else, because that is what many of the other guys are working on as well. Where Tesla will stand out because they have their own operating system. A Tesla will not just be an Android car. But let's take a look at the specs of the electric C40 Recharge. You will get 420 kilometers of range VLTP or 210 miles EPA range with their 78 kWh battery pack. So a bit on the short side here, but luckily Volvo said that it will get better over time as they will improve the software and make updates over the air. Yes, Volvo, thank you. This is so nice to hear that all electric Volvos going forward will be able to get an over-the-air update. So finally, I can start looking at other cars than just Tesla. But 210 miles EPA, that is in my opinion just too short. I did expect more from Volvo than this, and I personally will not buy an EV with less range than 250 miles EPA. So this is unfortunately kind of a deal breaker for me. Also, I live in a country that gets cold winters, so these 210 miles will quickly become like 160, maybe 180 miles in cold winter weather, and that is if you charge it to 100%. So yeah, I think the name is fitting, Recharged, because you will have to recharge all the time. So for Volvo to get this up to 250 miles EPA, they will have to make it about 25% better with over-the-air update. That just seems like a lot. And when you're charging the car, it can do up to 80% in 40 minutes. Because it only comes with 150 kilowatts charging, so it will only be able to get between 80 to 100 kilometers in 10 minutes. Where the Tesla Model Y will get 120 kilometers in just 5 minutes. So more range in half the time, so that is not so good. We did just see the Ioniq 5 do a 100 kilometers in just 5 minutes, so here Volvo is a bit behind on range and charging. It does have a very decent acceleration. It does a 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 4.9 seconds, so that is very respectable. The price haven't been confirmed, but it is expected to start at over £50,000 in the UK, so maybe about 60 or 65,000 in the US. So that is a bit over the price of the Performance Model Y. That is a much faster car and has almost 100 miles more range with about the same size battery pack, and the Tesla will charge twice as fast as well. So again, Tesla definitely seems like the logical choice once again. And I know Tesla gets some hate about their build quality, but as Sandy Monroe has been saying, the inside of the car is now perfect and the paint job is perfect, so it's only about the uneven panel gaps that will show up once in a while on a Tesla. But this summer we will get the Model Y from Berlin factory, made with the big casting pieces. That should help a lot with this, so I do think the Model Y that is coming out of the Giga Berlin will have just as good build quality as pretty much anything else coming out of Europe. So don't even think that Volvo will have a big advantage over Tesla on build quality when we compare it to the made in Germany Model Y. And the Volvo does fall short on everything else, so again it just shows us how far ahead Tesla really is. But that was kind of expected. No one really has caught up to Tesla yet, so we should probably compare it to other EVs like the ID.4, the Ford Mach-E or the Ioniq 5, and here it fits a bit more in, but still the range is what kills it for me. I thought Volvo would come out with something better than the Polestar 2 when they would come out with a true Volvo EV and have the expected 300 miles of range. But this car is pretty much just a Polestar 2 with a Volvo badge on it. So Volvo has made a good EV, but the range I think will hurt their sales, as most surveys shows that people want a range close to 300 miles before they don't feel the range anxiety. And you don't get that with this Volvo. So no doubt that this is a great car, and Volvo is taking big steps in the right direction with everything, not just the car, but as an EV it does fall a bit short on range. But if the range is good enough for your usage, it will no doubt be a great car. It is a Volvo that you will enjoy driving, because at the end of the day it is an electric car, and they are just so much fun, easy and relaxing to drive. And we can just cross our fingers that Volvo will make the range better with an over-the-air update. And the C40 Recharge is one more EV on the road, helping with the EV revolution. So that is of course very nice. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.